Hello, everybody. It's about that time. Let's go see what's in the fridge today. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Gregsbeerreviews. Today, thanks a bunch for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Today's beer comes from 67 Degrees Brewing. They're out of Massachusetts. This is the Retriever Golden Ale. This one is an American Blonde Ale, according to Beer Advocate, at 5%. This was sent to you by my beer brother Greg. Thanks a bunch, Greg, for the beer mail package, and all your friends and your brother for contributing to that package. The note he sent on this one says, a new brewery in the town next door in Franklin, Massachusetts. He couldn't find this place in Beer Advocate, only Untapped. Beer Advocate has the brewery listed, but they don't have any scores on this beer. Let me jump over to the brewery there and see if they've got any beers listed there. Yeah, says they have 11 beers listed, but none of them have any ratings. So somebody's put them in there, but nobody's commented on any of them yet. So it is what it is there, isn't it, guys? Anyway, we go over to Untapped. 25 people have commented on this particular beer, but they're calling it Golden Retriever Ale, and it's actually Retriever Golden Ale. So they've got the words mixed up just a little bit there. There is no commercial description. They don't have an ABV or an IBU on it. So, and looking at the picture, it looks like a fairly clear, maybe a filtered beer. But we shall see. I don't think I've had anything from this brewery yet, and he's actually sent me 2 of them that were contributed by his friend Richie. So Richie, thanks a bunch for picking this up and getting it to Greg and getting it to me. So I don't think there's just anything else that's on the can we need to talk about. It says drink local, and it was canned on 07/31 of 2020. So fairly small brewery, but they find the dating machine is important. So that's a 2 thumbs up for me right off the bat. Whether the beer is good or not, at least they're doing the attempt, and they're putting the ABV on the can, and the can don't date. So it goes a long way in my book, having both of those pieces of information. So let's get it into the glass. Big 16-ounce plain Jane can with a stick-on wrap-around label. It is very clear coming out of the can, guys. Don't think there's any kind of settling that's going on in this beer. It's just a tad over a month old. So, there we go. About a finger of head, big soapy bubbles around the side, so that usually means that it's not going to stick around very long. That will dissipate pretty quickly. Over into the light. It's got a slight chill haze on the big bulb part of the glass, but I can see light through it, guys. A nice looking beer. Good color. What do you think? That's good to me. Let's get it to the nose. Smells like a golden ale. A little bit of maltiness. It's not huge in the hop aroma or anything, so it's not an IPA they're calling it. It's a golden ale. Maybe a little floral or herbal hoppiness. It's not real big on the nose, so probably a real good session beer, and maybe aim toward maybe some of the macro lager drinkers to get them into their beer. Something that's not going to be too hoppy or anything like that, even though it's an ale and not a lager. It doesn't have that grassy graininess that most of the lagers and pilsners do. Smells decent. Let's stop in. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Greg and Richie. Thank you both. As you can see, the head is dissipated in scone. It's just barely covering the top of the beer. Didn't think it would hang around very long, so. And like Greg said, the beer reminded him of a Kolsch. So, I can see that. It does remind me of that too, that style of beer. Very smooth, absolutely no alcohol in the taste, very well made beer. Very smooth and easy drinking. Probably made for the transitional beer drinkers, try to get them over into their beers. That's easy drinking session beer. Not a world-class beer or anything, but a well-made beer. Very easy drinking. A nice tasty beer. Probably not something that I would purchase. One, because it's a 5%. I don't buy 5% beers for my go-to beers, but all you young bucks that like to buy 5% beers and drink 5 or 6 or more of them at a time, this may be one to consider. Especially if you're up in that part of Massachusetts. Very tasty. Support your local breweries. That's what I always say. They're using quality ingredients and not putting a lot of adjuncts and fillers and all that crap in it. Rice and corn and all that kind of crap in it. So, tasty beer. Let me sip on it. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. Been sipping on it about an hour now. Very tasty beer, guys. It's not something that I would purchase for myself. It's not. Doesn't have enough hops for me, but it's not a hoppy beer. Good transitional beer, that's what I put. A good lawnmower beer, good pool beer, good beach beer. Especially made for, like I said, probably the transitional beer drinkers trying to get them over into something made a little bit better. So, final chug. Very crisp and refreshing. Decent beer. That's where I'm going to leave this, guys. B+ for me. I'm going to give it 88. And like I said, Beer Advocate doesn't have any ratings on any of the beers from this brewery. Untapped has it at 3.54. So that's in their B range. So I'm giving it a little bit better grade than them because it has the date on it and it has the ABV on it. So, well-made beer. If you like a golden ale, a lower ABV beer, something you could session if you wanted to. This would be a good one to pick up if you're in that neck of the woods. So, if you've had this one, Golden Retriever Ale from 67 Degrees Brewing, let me know what you think. Till we meet again, let's go see what's in the fridge.